Hello and welcome back to the channel, finally. Today we're going to be going over some of the best Easter eggs in the Arkham series that also happen to be famous locations in the DC universe. And quickly, I just want to apologize for how late this video is coming out, but we progress. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy, and please feel free to comment any ideas you have for future videos or any thoughts you have. I've just been really busy lately with a lot of personal stuff, but let's get into it. First off, let's look at the most famous bow and arrow wielding hero ever created, Hawkeye. Wait, what? Huh? What? Oh, okay, really? Him? I mean, okay, your list, not mine. It's actually Green Arrow. Yes, throughout the entire Arkham series, spread out between the 4 games, the biggest nod to Oliver Queen would be in Arkham Knight, where we can see that Queen Industries is thriving in Gotham at this point, with a massive Queen Industries skyscraper. This, of course, is an awesome detail, and I think it's pretty cool that Rocksteady decided to add Queen Industries rather than just up in front mentioning Green Arrow. Located on Founders Island, after Batman rescued Jack Ryder from the clutches of Deacon Blackfire, which... maybe Blackfire could have had him, but the reporter seemingly bragged to Batman a piece he was writing in regards to Queen Industries' owner, a man that Ryder cited as a real sharpshooter. Yeah, pretty bad.
Time I'll leave you there.
Ah, cute. If I died, who would you talk to?
Be warned, I'm not saving you again tonight.
What, this? Purely above board. Queen Industries launched a new company last week, Q-Core. I'm doing a follow-up piece about the owner, a real sharpshooter.
Unsure.
A really cool detail that I thoroughly enjoyed seeing in Knight. Queen Industries is not the most spoken about to a certain extent, and of course the Arkham series. Besides, of course, Green Arrow specific media like Green Arrow, the show, of course, but it is something that I would love to see expanded upon, especially because in some renditions, they are very, very heavy into the weapon manufacturing business, which is very beneficial for Oliver, and overall, it's a great detail added by Rocksteady that just further adds to the already great lore within the game. But let's move on. Okay, so there are 2 things you guys may not like about this one. Firstly, it's LexCorp, and I know it's not really an Easter egg, kind of. It's just not a small hidden one. And 2, it's in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So if you're a little bitch and you skip this part because of that, you know, Bane's in your closet right now.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Anyways, of course, if you played Suicide Squad, you would know that Lex Luthor is one of the biggest parts of the story, and therefore, of course, LexCorp is, of course, in the game. The tower itself, I personally like quite a bit. It definitely feels very Lex Luthor designed, and especially the green, which is a great detail with it being a color that resides with Lex a lot in most media renditions. Luckily, we are able to go into the tower, though it's not the best what we see happen, but it's still a great detail added that I really enjoyed seeing every time I played. It stood out and further showed us how much grasp and power Lex has over the entire world, especially Metropolis, with him having one of the biggest skyscrapers and one of the biggest cities in the world. I personally love seeing an entirely new city within the Arkhamverse, as of course we saw Metropolis. Though it definitely wasn't perfect, it was just awesome to see and be in the Arkhamverse again, in this place that has been teased in the other 4 games so many times. I guess that's not what nerd would think, but anyways, let's move on to Arkham City. Now, Arkham City's got a lot of details like this, but one of the standouts in my opinions was Krank's toy company, which we can see in Arkham City, of course. We also see Bane here after his fight with Grundy, born on a Monday. Kristen's... you get the point. But some of you may not know the story behind Krank's toy company, one of the biggest toy companies in the Gotham area. So the villain, the toy maker, in many renditions of DC media, is a villain who uses his toy company, Krank's, as a backing to his villainous schemes, making highly technological toys and selling them to the public. Not to get confused with Toy Man in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but after the events of Arkham City, there's not much more with Krank's toy company lore-wise, but now that I think about it, there's a hell of a lot of people in Gotham using their billion-dollar businesses as fronts. Maybe this channel's a front? Overall, a really cool detail that's fun to see in the game, because you know me, I love my lore. And I do hope in the future we see more of the toy maker and some other smaller scale villains. They'd be so great to have as DLC missions or just missions in the Arkham universe. They would definitely fit. Toy Maker was such a great character in the Batman animated series, which is one of the greatest pieces of DC media out there. I mean, look at this Lego set. Anyways, it brought in a ton of cool niche villains, but I am rambling a bit off topic. Anyways, Krank Co is a great detail to see in Arkham City, but let's move on. Now, Blue Beetle actually makes appearance in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Not directly, but Cord Industries, the Blue Beetle's own company, in some renditions, is actually in Metropolis at the time of Brainiac's invasion. And we can actually see it. Blue Beetle is one of my favorite characters in DC, yet he's definitely not used very much in most media. He does have a few appearances, but the main appearance in video games, of course, would be in Injustice, which is actually a pretty good game.
I'm no fan of hitting girls.
You'll be lucky to tickle me.
Yep, I kinda would.
Now, I'm not saying I think he should have been used in the other Arkham games. In my opinion, he just wouldn't fit in the past few games, unless it wasn't the Jaime Reyes version of the Blue Beetle. If it was Ted Kord, which, of course, makes 99% the most sense for him to be this Beetle in this universe, due to him having his own name on the building, so, yeah, probably this Ted Kord. But I think if the Arkham universe continues on its path that it took with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, Jaime's version of Beetle would definitely fit more. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just pointing out a fact that they're going more into the live service Suicide Squad stuff. He would fit better in that sense if the next games come out like that. Not saying again that I want him, but for now, Ted Kord makes the most sense compared to the games like Night City, Origins, and Asylum. But a cool detail nonetheless is seen in this game, which in my opinion is one of the few great parts of the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Rocksteady, of course, being the makers, adding in a ton of cool details and Easter eggs in the DC universe, and overall just a cool detail and amazing to see finally some Blue Beetle representation in the Arkham universe. And lastly, who is one of the only people that knows Batman's true identity outside the Bat family? If you would have said Catwoman, you're wrong, at least for this video, because it's Leslie Thompkins. So, in Arkham City, in the Amusement Mile district near Poison Ivy's lair, we can find Leslie Thompkins' medical clinic. By the way, I get most of today's info from the Arkham Wiki and Screen Rant's details, and some of my own. But anyways, Leslie Thompkins is a pretty famous character actually in DC media. We see her in the Gotham show, where she actually plays a pretty big role in it, which, that's such a good show. You guys have yet to see it. It's, I think it's on Max, and it's so good. I'm rambling too much, but... And of course, in Batman the Animated Series, where she's a good friend of the Wayne family. The medical clinic in most renditions is used for people who can't afford the larger hospitals, so yeah, she's a pretty great person, but this detail is really cool to see in the game, and again, it shows how Rocksteady delves into various other media in DC to create a super immersed game. The Arkham game's pretty dark at times, and as well as Batman the Animated Series, and so to see detail from it is really cool, with both medias having a similar feel at times. And can I quickly just say how good Batman the Animated Series really is. Holy shit, it's so good. But of course, so are the Arkham games, so who can complain? But getting back on track, in the coming Arkham games, I hope we get some side missions where we get some more of Leslie, because she surprisingly is a good character. She's brave and courageous and helps a lot of people. Even if you guys have played Gotham Knights, you would know that a lot of the missions, or some of them, we bring back people or supplies to a medical van outside the city. If we could have some of that with her, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so we could save some hostages and we can bring them back to her. Or maybe she'll even throw the suit on. You never know anymore with Arkham games. Captain Boomerang took a piss on the Flash. So we just never know. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that detail or any of the other locations in today's video. Please feel free to comment down below. I always enjoy reading what you guys have to say, even if sometimes you guys are a bit iffy. But anyways, thank you for watching, and please let me know if you guys want a part 2 to this video. I've got a lot more where that came from, but other than that, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.